That's what work is all about. Enterprise transformation then is change on the enterprise level. We've learned a lot over the years, and we have learned that effective enterprise transformation requires change, innovative change on 5 dimensions. That's a bold assertion. Not 4, and not 6, but 5 dimensions. Now, lean thinking has a point of view about each of those 5 dimensions. And what we're going to do to think about that is think of it in an illustration of a house. The metaphor of a house has been around lean thinking for a while, so we're going to use that. And we're going to start with the roof to explore it. Any good house has to have a roof to protect you from the rain, sleet, and maybe excessive sunshine if there is such a thing. At the top of this house, we're going to have our objectives, our goals, our aspiration. In other words, we're going to be asking a question, which is, what is our value-driven purpose? Why are we here as a company, as an enterprise? It may be that you think we're here just to generate money. That would take us down a certain path, in which case I may care less about value, and may care just about profit. Lean thinking drives us to think about what's the value we're adding for customers, for society, for our employees. What's our value-driven purpose? And since we start with a question like that, that means our approach to effective transformation is going to be situational. It's a situational approach, determined by asking the question, what is our value-driven purpose? Or more specifically, each individual in the organization needs to be able to ask and answer, what problem am I here to solve? What problem are we trying to solve? The next question to ask is, what's the work to be done? What is the work? Any house has to have some walls, or we could say pillars, to hold up the roof. So the first one then is going to be process. What is the process by which we're going to accomplish our purpose? If our purpose is to create videos, then we have to know how to get a video camera and it's set up so that we have the proper light so that we can actually get the work done. Then as we gain experience, we'll find that there are problems in that work and the work needs to be improved. So we have means by which we go about process improvement, improving the work to be done. Always starting with the work. What is the work to be done? So now I've identified the work that's going to solve the problem to deliver the value that we're here to provide. That's the first pillar to hold up the roof. The roof's not going to be held up with only that one pillar, so we have to have another. And we're going to call this one capability. So this pillar is determined by asking the question, what capabilities do we need to do the work to solve the problem to fulfill our purpose? So capability building then comprises the other pillar, the second pillar. These 2 pillars now, I have something holding up my roof, which is great. So any house is only a house until it's a home. It becomes a home by the people living in it. And the person inside, not outside, so protected, comforted by the house itself. But also the dynamic of the house to life to make it a home. So there are 2 dimensions that we want to think about here. One is the management system that I can define that will support the development of building capabilities to do the work, fulfill the purpose. And also the behaviors, the soft skills required of leaders and everyone for us to be able to work effectively in this management system that builds capability to do the work to fulfill the purpose. So defining those soft skills, those behaviors. For example, how I might respond as a leader when one of my employees, one of my team members has a problem or has made a mistake. Do I get angry? Do I throw things? Do I look to understand the reason why so I can take away the barriers that are in the way of that employee being successful? The management system then is something I can define as a mechanical device that we will meet every morning in a huddle at 8 o'clock. We'll meet again before lunch to see how the day has gone so far. We'll have weekly meetings to really assess and determine our plans for the next week. We'll meet monthly to see how we're doing against our annual plan. Annually, we'll develop a plan that's going to take our organization further towards achieving our defined purpose. So this then is something that can be defined mechanically, the management system, and the behaviors, the leader behaviors, and the teamwork behaviors of everyone are those soft skills that fit in and bring this overall system to life. We had one more dimension to our enterprise transformation model, and that is that underneath all of this, there is a basic thinking, a mindset, or underlying assumptions that inform everything that we do, that inform all of our activities that we achieve our purpose. Basic thinking, and a couple of other words that I will use interchangeably with basic thinking. One is mindset, or underlying assumptions. Assumptions can be of two types, really. Explicit assumptions that we articulate and hidden underlying assumptions that we're not even aware of on a moment-to-moment basis. These are the underlying assumptions that comprise our culture, our current culture as it exists today, and our ideal culture that we aspire to. That'll give us a gap to close, just as identifying gaps in other parts of our enterprise as we solve problems day to day. So altogether, these are things that need to be addressed, and around each of these, I can actually ask simple questions. So what problem are we trying to solve? What purpose are we here to achieve? What is the work to be done? And how will I go about improving it? What capabilities are required? And how will I grow them? What management system can I define? And what behaviors are required to build the capabilities, to do the work, to solve the problem that we're here to solve? And underneath it, what is our basic thing? What do we think about cause and effect today? How is that currently comprising and underlying our culture? And how does that affect the kind of culture we want to create? These dimensions addressed can lead about an effective enterprise transformation. If you leave any of these out, you'll fail.